Why hello beautiful people of YouTube, my name is Natalie and welcome back to my channel Dog Tricks and Disney Tips. Today I am coming at you with a dog trick tip today. I actually, this past holiday weekend for Labor Day, we just got back from Kyra Sundance's Do More With Your Dog. We went to the Stunt dog workshop that was located in Spring Grove, Illinois, so that was about a good 5 hours away from us. So it was our first kind of road trip with the dog. We decided to take Neville, and I thought I would share with you kind of my experience with traveling with the dog, as well as give you some tips and pointers, on when you travel with the dog and kind of go over what to bring when traveling with your dog. So stick around and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing I have on my list is bringing some high value treats, so whether that be some hot dogs and cheese or other little, maybe some pepperonis, things like that. You also want to bring your dog's dog food in general. So also maybe not bringing such a heavy bag, but knowing when you are going on your trip and bringing that exact amount, or maybe even a couple days more of that amount. That way you guys are always safe with the amount of dog food that you have on your trip. Leashes. So I decided to bring two different types of leashes. One was the shorter leash, so a probably 4 to 6 foot, and the other one was a 15-foot long leash, just because I knew that we were going to be getting off at a lot of rest stops. So I wanted to have the length, but also the safety of the leash. And I also recommend bringing your type of harness, so that way you kind of have more of that security. Nice security blanket for me when I'm traveling with the dog, and we're also getting off at rest stops and all the cars around, so you just want to be definitely safe and sure. Honestly, we brought a kennel. So my mom, we have a Ford Flex, and how we kind of rigged the back seat, we laid out two yoga mats and some of the big styrofoam puzzle piece floor mats, and we kind of encased the whole back trunk area of her Flex, and then we put Neville's crate in, and so that's what we did. We left the crate in the car. We did not bring it into the hotel with us, but we did bring it into the workshop with us just for safety, and so that way Neville knew where he wanted to go. Towels and bedding. So we also brought bedding for Neville in the kennel, that stayed in the kennel, and we also brought different towels because I knew that he was going to be groomed in the hotel room, and I wanted to get him all fresh and clean, so we brought a couple sets of towels, and that was it. I brought a clicker with me, so because that is primarily my training method, and I was going to a positive workshop, I wanted to bring my clicker just in case. I didn't end up using it. I used more of a verbal marker, but just in case, you always want to have that on hand. I also brought one climb with me. So if you are unfamiliar with a climb, they are sold by Blue 9 Pet Products. I will leave all of their information in the description box below, so you can check them out. I highly recommend them. I love my climbs. I love how lightweight they are. I brought them with me to the workshop. I just tossed them in the back trunk of the car, and that was it. So I brought my climb. I also brought things such as nail care and a brush for Neville, because I also wanted to trim down his toenails while we were on our way on our road trip. So I brought the Dremel and also his hairbrush. And also things I recommend is not necessarily have to bring a food bowl, but definitely a water bowl, so you can just contain that with you. I actually have a collapsible water bowl, so it's easy to store, and I also kept it in the back of the trunk with some drinking water as well. We brought a couple of jugs of drinking water that was just kind of filled up with some tap water from our houses, and we kind of had that in the back, so that way when we did get off at rest stops, he also got a drink of water. We all got refreshed. He went potty and things like that. Speaking of potty, bring those poo bags. You will need them. Also, a really quick tip, get your poo bags from the Dollar Tree. You get like 5 rolls of them, and you can get one with like little cases in it, and it's $1. And like other stores, it could be like $11. Stop buying poo bags from other places. Go to Dollar Tree. Everything's $1. Pro tip. For this workshop, I also brought my treat pouch and also some business cards along with me since I do run my own Spark team. With Do More With Your Dog, I wanted to bring those with me because, you know, you're meeting all sorts of dog trainers from all around the area, so it's kind of good to share your name and your contact information with other folks from around the area. For Neville, I also brought a couple of enrichment toys. Since we were going on a long road trip, you know, things that maybe a puzzle game might be beneficial to your dog. I brought one toy that's kind of like a tug toy, but also has some fur encased into it rather. So he really enjoys that, and so that way I can get off at the rest stops and play with him that way. I didn't want to play tennis ball with him too much or frisbee. We kind of did those things in the hotel room, but we didn't do that too much outside. Another thing that we brought just for the humans and for dogs, especially if you're going to be bringing high-value treats such as cheese sticks or hot dogs, I recommend bringing a cooler along with you. That way you can have a jug of water rather in the cooler, or the treats so things don't get stale or too hot in the car depending on what time of year you're traveling. And also bringing a notebook and a pen just for the workshop purposes, I highly recommend as well. So we went to this workshop so that I could become a certified stunt dog judge for the upcoming Tridex. Once Tridex comes, then everybody who is a judge can start holding these trials. So this was kind of the information that I got as far as the stunt dog competition rules handbook. This is still a draft, as you can see from the writing on it, but it goes through so much details with all of the different levels and how to judge them, what you're looking for, things like that, how to become a judge. If you want to become a judge, you know, how to maintain your judge credentials, things like that. So all of that stuff got talked about in the workshop. Really, really enjoyed it. I think I also mentioned this before, but this was the first time that we traveled with the dog. So we actually stayed at a hotel. It was super neat. Neville had his first elevator ride into the hotel. We slept on a massive king-size bed. He loved that. I think he had a total blast, and I think he slept for about 3 days after the workshop. I decided to bring Neville because one, it was his turn to go for a car ride, and two, he's a really good workshop dog, so that's another thing that you might want to consider when traveling with your dog, especially when you're going for a dog-based event or workshop. You know, you want to think about things like how he might react around other dogs, how he might react when there's a presentation going on, things like that. So he did really well with other dogs getting up and being really active in front of him while he was still in kennel. He only barked once, and he also did a really good job of being a demo dog, and he did things that were really impressive to me as far as we had not practiced in a really long time. I have not worked with him in a long time, but he did things like go out 6 feet away from me, you know, just on call. So he really wanted to please, and he was a really, really good dog to bring, and I can't get over how good of a time we had. So with all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there are some things that I missed from my list of things that you recommend bringing with you and your dog on road trips, let me know in the comments below as far as what you like to bring or where you guys are going next with your dog and how you guys road trip together. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am on here a couple times throughout the months, but I like to talk about dog tricks, listening tips, and other review and unboxing type things. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and come along on the adventure with us. And with all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. So until next time, I'm Natalie, and thank you guys so much.